Hey guys, welcome back to the Eve Effect. It is your girl, EVE, and I am happy that you clicked on my video today. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. If you are new here, I truly hope that you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and then hitting the bell so you can be notified every time I upload new content. So today I'm bringing you a spring summer fragrance lineup. Now, typically, I am not a seasoned fragrance wearer, meaning I don't wear a specific fragrance only during a particular season. I wear what I want when I want. But what I'm sharing, I feel like would fit perfectly in the spring/summer. So by all means, wear what you want when you want, because that is what I do. So I just wanted to kind of give you some options to look out for during this upcoming season, which is swiftly approaching around the corner. Okay, so I'm not going to present these in any particular order. However, I'm going to do something a little interesting and give them a ranking out of 10 each individually. Keep in mind, I do like/love the fragrances that are still in my collection, so none of these will receive a 1 or 2 out of 10. So I just thought it would be fun to kind of give each one a score and kind of give you a gauge as to how much I like and would recommend the fragrance. All right, so scoring for these will go as follows. Okay, all right. First one we have in the lineup is my Burberry blush. Really pretty light pink see-through bottle. This is a fruity floral, definitely a fruity floral, but this also has a tangy opening to it. I would classify this as a fresh, kind of soapy scent. Top notes are pomegranate, lemon, so that hence the tanginess. Middle notes are green apples, rose petals, geranium. Bottom notes are wisteria and jasmine. I do think I pick up the jasmine a bit. Definitely get the tanginess from the lemon. That's where the tanginess in the opening is from. Overall, I really do think it's a pretty everyday on the go type of scent. You can wear this out for brunch or lunch out on the patio. Other than that, I wouldn't say that it's just groundbreaking spectacular. So because of that, I would rate this a 6 out of 10. Look into this before you buy. Next one up is one that I think that's kind of controversial here on the tube, and that is FLORABOTANICA. Now, I've seen reviews where people absolutely love this or they hate this. There is no gray area when it comes to this one. When I got my nose on it, I thought that it was pretty peculiar and a bit strange, but I didn't hate it. So I sprayed it on myself to see how it would develop. It's loud, it's minty, it's fresh, it's green, it's herbaceous. It's everything that the name says, FLORABOTANICA. And it's literally like walking into a botanical garden after a fresh rainfall and the leaves have been activated. The leaves and the flowers have been activated by the rain to kind of emit their flowery freshness, if you will. So, like I said, you're either gonna like this or you're gonna hate this. I don't really think there is a gray area when it comes to this scent, because the mintiness is very predominant in this scent, but I happen to really like how this develops on my skin. There's a tangent hint of sweetness that it develops into after about a couple of hours. So I really like it. When I run out of this bottle, I am going to get the bigger bottle. I really think I'm going to get the bigger bottle because that's how much I love this. However, I don't think that this is mass appealing. So I would give this a 7 out of 10 would suggest. So following up with the fruity kind of green vibes, I have Andromeda by Tiziana Terenzi. So this, first of all, this cap is heavy. It's a beautiful cap, but it is heavy, okay? Now, I have opened this up quite a few times, and quite a few times I've almost stubbed my toe with this thing. This thing is dangerous, so just be careful when you're taking it off the top of this, because this is very, very heavy. It also does come with an alternative small cap that you can put on this if you want to travel with it. So just FYI. But getting to the fragrance, this is a fruity floral, but it has a very sharp peachy note in here. Very, very crisp and very sharp. Top notes are ylang ylang, water jasmine, bergamot, and grass. So there's the greenness. Middle notes are peach, pear blossom, lily, white heliotrope, violet leaf, damask rose. Bottom or base notes are cashmere wood, ebony, coconut, tonka bean, amber, vanilla, sugar. There's a lot of stuff in here, okay? There's a lot of stuff in here, but overall I get a very crisp and sharp peach note, and it's not even really a pure peach. I get more of a synthetic vibe peach in this, but when I say the lasting power on this is forever and a day, this is forever and a day, okay? You will have to wash yourself down with a good scrub to get this scent off of you. The lasting power on this is not a problem at all. If I were to rate this alone on lasting power, it would be 12 out of 10. That's how intense this is. So you have to be careful with not overspraying this, in my opinion. I'm an oversprayer. I do not overspray this because it's that strong. Projection on this, loud, and that lasts for about really maybe 4 to 5 hours. It has great projection, great longevity. Overall, like I said, it is a peachy, strong peachy note. Just be careful on how and how much you spray this because it can get a bit overwhelming, in my opinion. So if I were to rate this, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Recommend. But I do want to say that I discovered another fragrance, and that is Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition. And when I tell you this smells almost exactly like Andromeda, it smells exactly like Andromeda, except at a fraction of the price. I think I paid $37 or something like that for this, and I paid a couple $100s for this. So if I were going to compare the two, I would probably pick this for the price point because this lasts just as long as this. So honestly, guys, I would encourage you to save a coin. And if you like this scent, then you would like this. The notes on this one, yeah, it smells exactly, almost exactly the same. There's a pineapple note in here. That one has peach. This one has pineapple, but I also believe this has like another fruit medley laced within here. But if I'm being quite honest, they smell exactly alike once it's on the skin. The only difference is the pineapple note versus the peach note. And if your nose is that mature, then you would probably be able to tell, but that's with sniffing yourself. Otherwise, I think they're exactly the same. So save yourself a few dollars and pick this up, or at least try this out. Unless you're a collector, you just have to have Andromeda in your collection, then yes, I would encourage this. But otherwise, if you're gonna pick between the two, if you like the scent, I would definitely go to this versus Andromeda. So I would give this an 8.5. I know I'm kind of cheating on the scale, but this gets a 0.5 head over Andromeda because of the price. All right, moving on down the list, we have one of my faves, so you can probably tell what I'm going to rate this, but this one is Aqua Universalis Forte. Guys, this is, for me, this is happiness in a bottle. This is definitely a pick-me-up. It has a citrusy, crisp note in the opening. It's kind of sharp in the opening, but then that dies down very quickly, but then it projects very, very well for me for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and then it kind of mellows down for another maybe 3 hours or so. And so this is a freshie. Freshies are hard to come by with longevity, and this one has great lasting power. I talked about this in my MFK video and how I went to a couple places and people could still smell this on me. I really, really love this scent. If you're into freshies, if you're into citrusy notes, This is beautiful for the spring and summertime. Honestly, I would wear this year round. Again, because I wear what I want when I want to wear it, and I absolutely love this scent. This is a beautiful, freshy, sophisticated freshy, might I add. I think this is a sophisticated freshy, blended very well. MFK is a master of blending in all his fragrance, in my opinion. So getting into the notes of this before I forget, we have top notes of Amalfi lemon, bergamot, middle notes of white flowers, jasmine, and rose, base notes, musk, and woodsy notes. And of course, you should know by now, I love me some woods and I love me some musk, and this embodies that on the dry down. So I absolutely love this. Would highly, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Sticking with MFK, the next one in my lineup is Feminin Pluriel. Now this is another one where I feel like the name is very fitting. To me, this is exquisitely feminine. This has florals that are well balanced, and I feel like it just gives a sparkly touch to a girly look. This is so very pretty, and this is not one of the popular ones in the MFK lineup, but to me, I really feel like this is underrated. This moves me into my feminine girly side. I am a bit of a tomboy. I grew up a tomboy, but this really puts me in touch with my girly side. It just helps me to be more jovial, more light, more delicate. I really love how this plays on my skin. I get about maybe 6 hours with this, so I'm not complaining about the longevity on this one. So getting into the notes, we have iris, rose, violet, lily of the valley, vetiver, Indonesian patchouli, orange blossom, and jasmine. I think it's a little bit more dressy for just errand running, but if you're one of those who likes to be a bit of a showstopper while you're in the grocery store with your nice heels on, you've got your hair done, you've got your lipstick laid, you've got your makeup done, I would highly recommend pairing this scent with your look. It would just set you a step above the rest. It gives great girly vibes, but it's not anything just over the moon spectacular. So I would give this an 8 out of 10 recommend. Next in the lineup, we have TWILLY de Hermes. Now this one is classified as a floral, but I am calling her a sassy floral, okay? So she opens up with this spicy ginger, but then she melts down into this vanillic sandalwood. She is so good, and I don't have anything like this in my collection. She is confident, she is intelligent, she's smart, but she doesn't take herself too serious, and she has a great bubbly personality. I love TWILLY. So getting into the notes here, we have top notes, of course, ginger, bitter orange, bergamot, middle notes of tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine, base notes of sandalwood and vanilla. I would wear this anytime, actually. This is a year-round scent, but I think she would shine definitely in the spring and summer. I just absolutely love her. 10 out of 10. Highly, highly recommend. All right, so moving along with my list, and my list is quite lengthy. I didn't realize that, so I'll be a little bit more swift here. But this next one is Dolce & Gabbana's La Imperatrice, number 3. How do you say this?
L'Imperatrice.
L'Imperatrice. What?
L'Imperatrice.
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 What?
L'Imperatrice.
Okay, one more time.
L'Imperatrice.
L'Imperatrice. L'Imperatrice. L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. So this one definitely screams summer all the way. I don't know that you would wear this during spring, even for me, and I wear what I want. I'm not sure that I would even grab for this in spring. I would definitely grab for this in the summertime. But this one is very light and watery. It puts me in the mind of when I was younger and we would ask my mom for juice, my mom would dilute it with water. And that's exactly the mind frame that I get when I think about this. The longevity on here is not that great, maybe 4 hours at best. But this is a nice summer scent, and it's like a thirst quenching scent for the skin. During those excruciatingly hot days in the summer, you want to go for something really light. So I guess in that aspect, I really don't mind that it doesn't last that long because I can just reapply if I need to. But this definitely gives straight summer vibes. It's light, it's airy. The notes on here are kiwi, rhubarb, and pink pepper for the top. Middle notes are watermelon, cyclamen, jasmine. Base notes, lemon tree, musk, and sandalwood. I definitely don't get musk or sandalwood. There is no density to this at all. Like I said, it's very watery, it's very airy, and very fluid. So great summer scent. It just does not last long. So because of that, I would give this a 6 out of 10. Look into this before you buy. So the next one up is Creed Love and White. Now I did showcase this on my channel before when I did the haul. I picked up an additional decant from Fragrance Net because I only have a little bit left in here, which I'm sure I will get through this coming spring and summer. So this is a beautiful white floral, and it has a citrusy vibe to it. Notes in this are top notes of orange peel, middle notes of rice, magnolia, narcissus, Italian jasmine, iris, Bulgarian rose, base notes of ambergris, sandalwood, and vanilla. I don't get any sandalwood, really. I get a hint of vanilla, but I mainly get that citrusy opening. And of course, the white floral that shines through in this. When I think about this, I think about a flower shop. And when you walk into this flower shop, you walk in and you see this grand arrangement of white florals, all pretty and just grandioso, right? Versus you going to Trader Joe's and seeing equally as pretty florals wrapped up in the cellophane that's sitting in the black tubs of water that you have to pick up and go home and arrange yourself. It's the cheaper version of the floral arrangement that you saw at the flower shop. That's what I equate this to. It's a bougie white floral. All in all, it's a bougie white floral, but it is very pretty. I do get a citrusy, fresh, clean feel for this. I did really adore this fragrance at some point, and it was almost, I guess you could say, my signature scent at one point. But I've had my fair share of this, and while I still enjoy it, I don't love it enough to buy another full-size bottle, which is why, again, I bought the decant to kind of get me through this next season. So I would rate this an 8 out of 10 recommend. Okay, so the next one I have is Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. Guys, this is a sweet, tropical, creamy coconut that just transports you into an amazing beach vacation. I don't know if you can tell, but I am in dire need of a vacation, and this does a wonderful job of just taking my mind there and what I need to plan for here in the future. Top notes of pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper. Middle notes of tuberose, ylang ylang, jasmine. Base notes of coconut, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. This is a beautiful tropical scent. It's not thick and sticky, but it's kind of dense yet airy. An oxymoron, I know, but that's just the vibe that I get. Like it's not super thick, but it's dense enough to make an impact and just make me want to dance with this on my scent. I can't wait to get on somebody's beach and just envelope myself with this. So I did recently pick up the shimmering oil to go with the fragrance of Soleil Blanc, and it does smell exactly like the fragrance. It doesn't project as loud as Soleil Blanc does, but it does have the scent to it, and it has a beautiful lightly shimmery glow. It's not overly shimmery, so I do like that. I don't like a whole lot of glitter on that, but I got this from Sephora for $34. And if I'm not mistaken, this retails typically for $100. So I saw this, I could not pass it up. $34 versus $100. Now I do think the difference is probably in size. Maybe that size is bigger, and this one is a 45 ml, but this is just enough for me, honestly. So pair this with the actual fragrance. This is an irresistible tropical vacation on the horizon, okay? 10 out of 10. Highly, highly, highly recommend. All right, so if my angle is a little off, I'm sorry. I had to charge my battery. It died on me. And I also did notice that my eye is turning red. First world women problems. I got my lashes done the other day, so I think I'm having an allergic reaction to the glue, but we press on and we work through it. So the next one up on my list is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. Now this one is classified as an oriental floral, and I would definitely agree with that. This opens up really jammy to me, and then there's a blast of vanilla, and the vanilla in here is kind of dense. So most people would probably want to wear this in the cooler temperatures, but I think that this is definitely appropriate for date nights in the summer. You can definitely get away with it then. This is just a very beautiful, kind of flirtatious scent, and there's nothing like flirtatiousness in the summertime. So the notes on this one is, top notes are blackcurrant, pink pepper, bergamot. Middle notes are jasmine sandalwood, jasmine tea. Base notes are bourbon, vanilla, cashmere, and guaiac wood. So I do get some woody hints here and there, but mainly it's the vanilla, and then the jamminess on top, I think it's from the bergamot. But rating this, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Definitely great for winter and fall, but I absolutely think that you can rock this during the sultry, sensual summer nights. Right, so up next, I am giving love to a cheapie, okay? So this one is Zara's Nude Bouquet. Now this is a classic floral, okay? It's not a fruity floral, it's just a classic floral, but it's not overbearingly floral. You know, it's not like your grandma floral. This is a modern day chic floral in my opinion, and it's very airy, very light. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So in one of my prior videos, I did mention that the majority of 2020, I rocked my Zara fragrances. I barely touched any of my regular fragrances last year. It was mainly Zara that was getting me through, and this was a star player in my day-to-day smell. But I absolutely love this one. The notes in here are jasmine, honeysuckle, lotus, bergamot, and vanilla. I do get a hint of vanilla, very, very, very ever so slightly, but I mainly smell the jasmine in here. Guys, this is a beautiful, fresh, clean, airy scent. For me, longevity on this was about 6.5 hours, so it's pretty good for a cheapie like this. So no complaints here. I also did talk about prior that there was a scent that made me fall in love with the note jasmine, and that one is actually white jasmine. Now, if you can see, there is barely anything left in here, and unfortunately Zara has discontinued this scent, so that's why I've kind of been preserving the rest of this, which I'll probably kill it this summer with the rest of this, as well as this. And I'm not even sure if they sell this one anymore, so I need to actually look into that before I go through the rest of this bottle. But for me, I would definitely rate this a 9 out of 10 because the price point is very much so affordable, and the scent itself is beautiful. It's definitely feminine, and you just can't beat that. I mean, so we have another vacation on the horizon with this next one, and that is Replica's Beach Walk. This is classified as a fruity floral gourmand, but I don't get any gourmandishness out of this at all. Spray it. I get coconutty tropical goodness. I get tropical delight from this one. And it definitely gives me beachy vibes, vacation beachy vibes. I find that the coconut is the biggest player in this scent, with some salty aquaticness from the ocean that leaves its scent on a freshly cracked open coconut that's been left on the beach to just kind of soak in the rays from the sun. That whole mixture of the sun hitting the coconut and the scent from the ocean is what I get from this. I'm really excited to enjoy this during the spring and summer. This was a late birthday gift, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with this, but from what I've tested so far, I really do enjoy it. So I would give it a 7 out of 10, would suggest and recommend. Okay, so last but certainly and definitely not least, we have Byredo's Bal d'Afrique. Now, this is classified as an Oriental woody. Y'all, I love Orientals, apparently. I love Orientals. Orientals just, they do it for me. But this is an Oriental woody, and I've actually talked about this one before in a prior video. I mentioned how I wasn't really intrigued by this at first, but I went back to that sample and I doused the rest of that sample on me, and it left me wanting more. So I ended up picking up this bottle, but this is a very, very beautiful scent. The notes in here are, top notes are Amalfi lemon, blackcurrant, bergamot, African orange flower. Middle notes are violet, cyclamen, jasmine. Base notes of vetiver, amber, musk, and Virginia cedar. So I definitely get the musk and I get the woody cedar notes at the bottom. But that African orange flower is what I feel like just intrigues me about this scent and what caused me to go and get a full-size bottle of this. This is a really unique scent. It is fresh, it's airy, it's beautiful, and would play very well for the spring and the summer. Year-round scent, but I definitely think this would shine during the spring and summer months. Okay guys, so that is my lineup for this spring and summer. I definitely have more in my collection that would fall within this season time frame, but these are the ones that I just wanted to highlight for you today. All right, so as you've probably noticed, I completely forgot to rate Bal d'Afrique. By the time I got to the end of the list, my eye was just hurting. I wanted to hurry up and get the video done before my eye got any worse. But I did give it a rating of a 9 out of 10, would definitely recommend. I know that I probably will be adding a couple more, but like I've stated prior, I don't want to have my collection be aggressively large, simply because I do want to enjoy my fragrances. And so I'm excited about wearing these this spring and summer, as well as adding a couple more, but not overdoing it. So thank you so much for watching. Drop me a note down below and let me know what you plan on wearing for this spring and summer season as well. Until the next one, I'll catch you later. Peace.